and a record of hit films spanning more than 5 decades. He is a prolific, popular, and admired director whose dozens of films have earned billions of dollars and won 13 Oscars out of 35 total nominations, including 2 for Best Picture. And he's a marvel of physical endurance and dogged work ethic. Into his 90s, he could still be found not only behind the camera, but in front of it, directing and or starring in a film in both 2021 and 2024. He's old enough and deserving enough and chiseled enough to be on Hollywood's Mount Rushmore, and it's a fair bet he could serve as contractor on the job and get in a couple of swings of a hammer. In the popular mind, in the most common image of him, he is gruff, flinty, squint-eyed, stoic, even sadistic, prone to slow burns and violent outbursts, a vessel of privilege and patriarchy, an old guard warhorse clinging to power, fame, wealth, and righteousness long past his sell-by date. From his violent westerns to his violent cop movies, to his late career films that can seem to promote vigilantism and distrust of government, to his cameos in the political world, to his, let's call it, complex history of wives, partners, and children, he seems, at a cursory glance, the sort of dinosaur who gives other dinosaurs a rotten reputation. But, of course, that's only the surface, below which other pictures emerge. A shy kid from a surprisingly comfortable upbringing who learned his crafts and rose to their summits, acting, directing, even music composition, with exacting and painstaking rigor. An iconoclast who changed the business of movies to his advantage while toiling within the system. A sober sentimentalist whose art regularly evokes romance and pathos for the downtrodden, the marginalized, the abused. An inconstant lover who regularly abetted the careers of his romantic partners, and who, incidentally, directed and starred in one of the greatest films Hollywood has made about grown-up love. A man averse to the spotlight who stepped into the political arena when he felt his sense of equity thwarted. A self-described loafer who has directed 15 films since turning 75 and acted in 4, and, why not, produced 4 more. We picture him most vividly, of course, as he has appeared on screen, squinting through cigarillo smoke in A Fistful of Dollars, or The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, imposing rough justice at the point of a .44 Magnum in Dirty Harry and its sequels, cavorting with an orangutan in Every Which Way But Loose, sowing moral vengeance in the Old West in The Outlaw Josie Wales or Pale Rider, abandoning farming for murder for hire in Unforgiven, grudgingly training a woman boxer in $1 Million Baby, standing up for his neighbors despite his racism toward them in Gran Torino. But those are roles, however well cast, however convincing, and they are, however iconic, and they are two-dimensional in comparison to the whole life. The reality of Clint Eastwood is far more rich, knotty, and absorbing. A saga of cunning, determination, and conquest. A great American story about a man ascending to the Hollywood pantheon while keeping a gimlet eye on its ways and habits and one foot firmly planted outside its door. To think about him is to consider the history of movies and of America itself. How the idea of what a man is and should be has changed over decades. The ideals of self-determination and hard work and communitarianism. The notions of privilege and merit and grace. And the strange turns of fate and fortune that can transform a journeyman into a master, and also ran into an institution, a promising nobody into an icon. So who is Clint Eastwood, really? He's a lifelong loner who, at an early age, found comfort and identity in dreaming and self-reliance and self-expression, first at a piano, then in front of a movie camera, then behind it. He's a self-styled man's man of an almost extinct generation and ideal who finds virtue and worth in physical activity, sexual conquest, financial independence, and the ability to tell bosses and other big shots where to get off. He's an old-school libertarian who believes in small government and big business.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you